Yeah. I love this business. You know, first I just want to say thanks to all the guys that I've been able to work with over the last 17 months. There's been a lot of ups, there's been a lot of downs, and it's probably the most fulfilling thing that I've been able to experience is just seeing how you guys have grown, you know, personally, and how you've changed your own lives. And I really appreciate that we did it together, and I can't wait till it's you up here. Next person I want to thank is Jack Burtok. Thanks for bringing me in. Thanks for teaching me, you know, about relationships and always treating me like a brother. Derek Colantonio. Thanks for the example of a great attitude. Thanks for being so intense. Thanks for always showing me the drive and showing me a system, a business that was based off a system that if I just repeated these fundamentals, I could win. I'd also like to thank Tim Kennedy and Josh Cody and Jake Bradford for always treating me like a colleague. Always being there for advice when I need things put in perspective. I'd like to thank Jesse Young for running the whole thing. You know, I think that in most companies or most corporations, I would imagine that if you went to the leader of that company, you went to the CEO, you know, first of all, you wouldn't even get their time. But if you did, the response that you would get would probably be very pre-programmed and just kind of the company line. And Jesse's never done that. He's always been honest and authentic and always reminded me that we all started from the same spot. And I really appreciate that he hasn't forgot how the process feels when you're building a career here. And most of all, I'd like to thank Justin Cobb, my coach. You know, coming to work with you, Justin, was the best thing that ever happened to me. Thanks for holding me accountable, and thanks for showing me that I was always capable of more. You know, you taught me the business for sure, but I think more than that, you taught me how to be better at life, and you taught me how to be a better person. And I love you as a coach, and I especially love you as a friend. Thanks, Justin. It's better. You know, growing up, I think that we all had big dreams. You know, I've been thinking a lot about my childhood lately, and when we were in that environment, when we thought about our lives, I think that we all had big plans for ourselves. And I think that everybody thought about, you know, what do I want to do, and where do you want to go, and what we're going to accomplish, and not just fancy cars, and not just nice houses, and not just ridiculously expensive watches, but what we were going to do on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, was it going to be exciting? Was it going to be something we would enjoy? Could we go and do something meaningful? Could we go travel the world? Could we do something significant that would help other people, but that would also help us? And unfortunately, most people's lives don't end that way. You know, I remember reading this quote from John Lennon. He said, life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. And my biggest fear was that I'd wake up one day at 40 and look around and think, well, what happened? Where did all my dreams go? Most people work hard the whole life, and they never get the opportunity that we have. And other people get the opportunity and then don't work hard, which is crazy. Because if you do this thing the way that it's meant to be done, if you give it 100%, nothing will ever be the same. Your finances won't be the same. Your bank account won't be the same. Your relationships will never be the same. Your family tree will never be the same. You'll never be the same. And the only thing it's ever going to ask you is the same thing that it asked of me, that you work harder than you've ever worked before, that you remain optimistic, and that you get aggressive about being better and improving every single day. And I just think that's fair. It's a good deal. And if that's what you're going to do, we should be excited about learning this craft. And you know, I see people wait for their leaders to teach them something, or wait for their managers to teach them something, but it's your life. So the onus is on you to get the information. The onus is on you to take control of your life. And the way I looked at it is I finally found something that can get me whatever I want as long as I put in what's required. And the onus is on you as well to stay motivated. And a lot of you guys who know me know that what's motivated me is very, very specific. And maybe I did it fast, but I had an extra degree of urgency. You know, that my driving force was to get to the point where financially I could make enough money that I could retire my dad. And that's been my step 7. And he's actually here today. Dad, will you come down here? I know he must have thought I was crazy. You know, after I saw my first opportunity meeting, I called him up and I said, Dad, I found the thing. I'm going to retire you. And I know he must have thought I was crazy, but Dad, you know, there were times definitely where I was willing to give up on myself, but I was never willing to give up on you. So you don't have to work anymore. Welcome to retirement. I'm going to leave you guys with one quote. It's one of my favorite quotes. It says, "The greatest sin, the greatest injustice, the greatest disappointment is to be granted the gift of life and return it unused." If we're going to do this thing, let's go all the way. Thank you guys so much.